Wesat Yahalna Ikata Rafnar. With you all health, I am Rafnar, or Raven, whichever two you prefer. Welcome to another episode of Mimir as well. Today, in this episode, I'm showing part of the process by which I make a drinking horn. So, this drinking horn has not yet been cured. Normally, I cure them first. I sterilize them first and cure them first before I do anything else. But given my current situation, I was not able to. So I got the carving done and I'm working on the paint job. This one actually came pre-polished, but that makes no difference to me because after I've worked on it, I have to re-polish it myself anyways. So this is one method by which you can get really good detail painting done. You can inscribe the images or the lines or the runes or whatever, the symbols, and then afterwards just completely paint over it and then allow the paint to dry and, maybe give it some time for the paint to thoroughly stain the inside lines. And then you sand it off like this. You can use a power sander, but since I'm camped out at a park right now, I don't have access to outlets, so I've got to do it by hand, which I don't mind. This takes a little bit longer as well. But this is one of the reasons why I'm saying that even if they come pre-polished, after I work on them, I still have to redo the polish because of the sanding part. Almost done. I'm actually going to go ahead and just sand the whole thing so that it's even. Otherwise it will be uneven afterwards, Also, I have to anyways because there's one on the back there too. It needs to be sanded. So, I'm just going to go ahead and just remove the whole outside layer, the whole exterior. good enough. I'm gonna move you really quick. And I'm gonna rinse this off. And look at that. It's not completely done. I need to do a little bit more. A few spots that still need some sanding near the bottom. Look at that. There you go. Let's sand it off. Thur. Okay. And it needs a little bit more on the back too. Just a tad bit. Oops, wrong side. Oops. There we go. So Thor in Old Norse obviously is, or Thor is Thor. And so this is the Old Norse way of spelling the name for Thor, or Thor. And so it's a pretty simple drinking horn dedicated to Thor, or Thor. Yeah, there we go. And I might sell this one for a discount, like maybe $10 off, just because it has a little bit of damage there. But you know, if you buy this one with that damage, you can actually fix it yourself. There are a number of ways you can do it. One good way to do it would be to use a food grade epoxy resin. And you know, at some point when we get a proper workspace set up and I've got some more time to work on stuff with Luca, we'll probably do some videos. It's going to be a little bit though before we do that, but we will have videos down the road showing how to do epoxy on horns. So, you know, look forward to that. It's going to be a bit, but we will be doing that. So now the next step with this one is to polish it. And again, I am going to be using some of my oil. This is an oil that I actually make for the hair, beard, and skin, called Ran's Rage. And I'm selling it $21 a bottle. It's a 30 milliliter bottle, and it's a 1 month supply. It comes in sealed bottles like this one. And it is made with seaweed oil, cedar essential oil, peppermint essential oil, rosemary essential oil, and vitamin E. But as it happens, these oils that I make are also really good for conditioning and polishing my horns too. But it makes sense because, like I've explained in previous videos, horn is actually made out of the same thing as your hair and your beard and your skin. It's made out of keratin, so it actually makes sense that it's also good for horns too, you know. And spiritually speaking, I also feel like it actually blesses the horns because of the smell, you know, the scent. Obviously, the scent isn't permanent, and you know, I'm not gonna tell you, oh, you know, if you buy these horns, it's gonna smell like rosemary and peppermint. By the time the horn gets to you, the scent will probably have been worn off, you know. But it's really neat, though, to have that scent wafting from the horns as I'm working on them. Okay. So normally, with my current prices, this drinking horn would be $63. So with $9 or $10 off, it'll be, well, $53. Yeah. So $53 will be fine. Actually, I'd rather it be 54. Let's do 54. And I would rather it be 54 because I like multiples of 9. It's just my thing. So $54. Okay. This is not the grit that I would prefer. This is 3000 grit, and I would actually prefer to be using 1000 grit, but this still works. But basically, this helps to distribute the oils, and it helps to get the oils more into the actual horn itself. So like I said, horn is actually made out of the same thing as your hair, beard, and skin. So this is made out of keratin, and so it absorbs things in the same way as your skin does, or similarly at least. In the anatomy of a horn, horns, as in the full horn, not just the horn cap, which is what this is, actually do have bone cores. And then around the bone core, you have flesh, you have blood, and things like that. And then over that, you have these, the horn caps. So technically speaking, I should actually say horn caps, drinking horn caps. But, you know, we typically just say horn. And horn as a material refers to what the horn caps are made out of. So when people are talking about horn in reference to the material, they're talking about this. And this is keratin. It's made out of keratin. Okay, there we go. That's a pretty good polish, I'd say. Now, the next step is to put a coating of shellac on it. Okay. So, we're gonna do that over here. This is my little setup, my makeshift workspace I've got here at the campsite. So for anyone who doesn't know, we are currently homeless and we are camping out here. And of course, obviously I could use some help in that regard. And on that subject, if you would like to help, I have a GoFundMe, and the GoFundMe is technically to raise money for a business vehicle. We have a vehicle, but we can't drive it because the radiator blew up, and then it needs the sensors replaced so that the radiator doesn't blow up again. And we don't have the money right now to get the radiator fixed, so we could use help with that at least. Now, I don't have tiers set up yet on my GoFundMe. I will work on that soon, but when I do work on that, I will have 4 tiers set up, and it's based on how much you donate. So like if you donate $10, you're tier 1. If you donate $30, you're tier 2. If you donate $75, you're tier 3. If you donate $150, you're tier 4. And each tier will get special gifts sent out to you. I haven't figured out the details yet exactly, but we'll get there. But every $500 interval, I'll do a raffle of a large drinking horn, like a really, really large drinking horn. And the raffle applies to people from tier 2 and above, just to be fair, because it's like a drinking horn worth over $100. And if you only donated $10, it'd be kind of unfair, right? But just so that everybody gets something with that giveaway, I'll also send out new gifts to all of the previous donors every $500 intervals. So everybody will get something. If you donate before I get those tiers set up, then once I get them set up, I will just add you to a tier, so don't fret, don't worry. It's still worthwhile to donate now before I get that set up. But yeah, you'll be able to win stuff. You'll be able to get, free gifts and stuff like that if you consider donating. And even though I don't have the tier set up yet, I will have the link for the GoFundMe in the description of this video. Okay, I need to redo the back. Okay. It's really fast drying shellac too. There we go. So other than cleaning and curing the inside, this horn is done. And I do need to sand out the inside a little bit, the outside. I do need to sand the outside a little bit too, but just polish it up a bit more. But otherwise, it's done. Thank you very much for watching. Wasat Ya Allah. With you all health, grow strong, and think deep.